Let's get it going. I've yet to see his Medusa. Why are they saying they can't hear me? For anyone who is having issues, but always want to fly, walks right into it. Dying! What a way to give up a first blood. 2 more clubs. Down he goes, drops the panic observer. 4 already. And he doesn't really need to be the damage dealer. He'll have a go and always want to fly with the tombstone drop. He's most likely going to fall here, but the trade will come through with the zombies. I think Padrino maybe has a shot to turn this around. He's got the nukes, 6 stick charges, the zombie apocalypse mounts, and they have a decent amount of time left on this tombstone. Ideally, would want to go for, but the zombies are not cooperating, mostly focusing on the tiny. As he walks into the trees, he could bait Empire in a bit too far. They've got their Crystal Maiden back and ready to engage, but no Tombstone to fight this time. The Avatos, round 2, comes their Wisp thrown into her doom. Finally, Ogre says, I want some of this action. Comes in and, well, we'll die to a drive-by. The Crystal Maiden falls to resolution. Now coming back in the other direction, already level 6 at 5 minutes in with the Haster and nearly falling to the tower. I do worry a bit about the Chronosphere initiations later on this game, though. If Razor gets to the point where he's BKB, and Ags, enough tank items that they can't just burst in out with Mystic Flare, then they're in trouble. Void not level 6, he's just going to look for the bash lock. Yoki has chosen a max time lock. Has taken 0 points to backtrack, and he gets a 3rd bash for this fight. Securing the kill, now almost has a Chronosphere to boot. So far 1 for 1, a puck for a Razor. Still an even trade more or less as Yoki looks to retreat. He'll tango up through the tree line, but they get that Fire Blast on Always Want to Fly. He goes in a little bit farther, looking to finish off the Ogre. He will. Can he TP out? He has mana soon if he can buy a teleport scroll, but I think it might have been on cooldown. Won't matter anyway. If there's a bash here, Levy probably dead. Might take 2 bash. And the Tiny gets farmed. And they definitely out-farm BBC outside of the Medusa. But, well, they need to find some kills, and that's tough against this Undying. Soul rips himself nearly back to full health. Then a Wild Crystal Maiden appears. Will bring down the Skywrath. Looks for Silent as well. That's another frag on your Tiny. I believe it is. And they might kill off Solo to boot. The zombies going to work. Ogre clubs her down, and more action continues as the zombies begin to multiply and they chase after Solo. Still not level 6. They follow up Always Want to Fly. Look at the damage from that level 2 decay. Another punch down. That's the special opportunity to catch up. You have to be cautious about. Concussive shot comes through. Hits on Levy. He'll be okay though. And the other thing is, as long as they're doing that, that leaves a lot of openings for Weehaw. They'll manage to get the chuck up, and they bring the Undying way back. Oh no, Levy might be caught out now as well. Blink, Coil is there. Levy will try to turn, kill off Solo as a trade. That's not going to happen. Stonegate soon, I think. Weehaw may be forced to use it. We'll pop it now. Always Want to Fly. Try not to get caught by it, but he gets in front of Resolution. We'll shatter him quickly as he's petrified. For now, Solo, eat a multi-cast. Proper teamfight control later on. You have Fire Blast, Frostbite, and Nova. And Stonegaze, yeah, Stonegaze is really good, but it's not something you can rely on alone to win your team fight. It just gives you more time to make your plays. And they'll relocate bottom. Hockey does have his mech. He needs to pop it quickly. He will do so. It's not enough. The multicast following this one up, trying to turn on Resolution. They'll Stonegaze as Weehaw gets aggressive and tries to lock down that puck. Unable to finish him off, but can't get Always Want to Fly either. The bashes come through. Another set of dings. Well, this guy should be playing the lotto. Solitude, off to a good start. Now Silent in trouble. There's no Wisp relocate to bring him back to safety. So if he dies here, if he's close to die, I should say, there's no retreat in sight. It's Resolution also being pursued out. Unable to get that Blink Dagger. He's got a phase shift, but it's only level 1. Insufficient. As the zombie man. Net worth. But that's going to change. That's the one thing Tiny Wisp will always have on a Medusa. Even if Medusa is an equally hard carry, she gets caught too. Avalanche to start, or toss to start, Avalanche to follow. Now the Stonegaze deployed. They're going to turn to face her, and she'll turn to fight. Focusing on Solo, they should be able to kill off the Wisp if she's not quick on the relocate. Didn't even try for it, just tried to tether to safety. Silent continued to do what he can during this time with the toss-up on the Wisp, the jump back down. But with no Wisp to protect him, this could be the opening that BBC were searching for. They tried to bite off more than they can chew. He's the one doing all the damage to the tower. Coil will start this. Immediately the Stonegaze comes out. Does the Void Blade jump in? Yes, he does. But he turns to face the Medusa. I guess he's just out of range, so he won't end up getting gazed. A great Crystal Maiden ultimate. Basically full duration. In fact, I think it was. Ends up bringing down the Void Aegis. Silent comes back to life, but slowed for ages. Medusa at full health. Perfect timing for BBC to crack the base. They may not have the better split push. Opener. They'll lose one lane of Rex. If they lost the game entirely. Tiny went for an item that's meant to win you the game now. That is going to set them back if they want to try and take the slate. The Void lost his Aegis, which will also set them back. That's a triple multicast dodge. Nicely done. Solitude will pay. This could be costly if they end up losing Weehaw, as he's stuck around for too long. Tries to pull the TP out. Is there going to be a bash? Is there going to be a toss? Anything? Oh, they got the bash. That's all they wrote. Oh, well, sorry. Actually, that was the Hex, not a bash. But probably would have gotten a bash anyway. Mystic Flare coming through. Weehaw going to go down. So they do lose it a bit sooner. Not gotten a little bit cocky. They could have left with pretty much all their heroes intact. Maybe you lose a support or two. You definitely don't lose Razor and Medusa. And this is the mobility of Empire. That's their strength. Blink, Hex in to go onto the Razor. Chronosphere in 7. With the additional damage that always one flies brings to the table, well, he's still gonna die, but it looks like they'll get the trade on the Razor. That's worth it. Solitude fishing for another multicast. The cooldown's here. Chrono, oh, just in the nick of time, and he gets the bashes. He gets one. He looks for Padrino, the Yule Scepter available. Gonna throw him up in the air, steal a bit of strength and retreat as Yoki lurches forward. It's 4 dead. The zombies not sufficient, or are they? To slow? Not really enough. Yoki can tank. But it takes 3 clubs for Silent to deal with that. Then he tosses Hockey up into the air. Where's that static link? He's not getting it off during this time. They haven't lost anyone, though. Weehaw's healthy. Another ding, ding, ding. Ogre again connecting. And from the high ground, Levy celebrates with a sensational... I think BBC, it's safe to say, this game is looking like theirs to take now. Double buybacks forced out on the Scarth Mage and on the Puck. There's no Chrono, though. There's no easy way to take the fight except just good old-fashioned right-clicking from Yogi, but he's slowed down by Knife Scotty. There's going to be still full HP and mana on Weehaw. And everyone survives outside of the Razor, and they will take this tower. Do they get power? Do they get more is the question. Searching for the backstab is Silent. But no quick and simple solutions into this fight. Weehaw turning off his split shot now, just patiently chipping away. He gets more bloodlust. They want to kill off the other heroes. Leave the Medusa for last. You do not want to try to deal with this large Gorgon first. And this is why. Because when they don't focus her, Yoki pays the price. No Stone Gaze for now, but they're just clubbing him from multiple directions. Finally, the Mana's gone to toss. Oh, they barely get the kill. That was some damn good bash luck for the Void there. Felt like 50-60% bash. Looks for a solo pick here on Levy. Should find it as well with the Hex coming through. They're going to relocate in the Tiny. They're bringing in a lot just to finish off Levy. If they brought in too much, well, maybe not if they find Hockey as well. He's trapped in by his own creeps, a costly double loss. And now, Padrino will drop the high ground tombstone. That's a pretty good place for it. Not easy for the Tiny to get to it, at least. They Chrono. They focus on Hockey. No BKB yet, and, well, Stone Gaze insufficient. Weehaw walked into the Chronosphere. He gets off the Stone Gaze, but then it's pretty much the duration wasted at the same time by the Chronosphere. The Aegis going the way of Silent. This Roshan fight not looking too great for BBC. It's all up to Lady Dusa. Maybe she'll be able to kite Silent. But there's still a relocate to bring him safely. They can even consider bringing the Tiny bottom if they want, and just try and force everybody back. And in the meantime, Yoki going for the definitely been their MVP. And he still looks for his opening mid lane. Silent in the front. Ideally wants to catch Weehaw so that the Stone Gaze doesn't just ruin the fight. And they don't have eyes up this hill. Still searching for that opening, but they're getting more aggressive, finagling their way out. Yoki looking for the jump in. They hex Weehaw. Then the Chrono comes through. Mystic Flare insta-death for the Razor. Once again, just useless. Now the Tombstone focus. They do get off the Stone Gaze. Weehaw charging forward. Manages to bring down... Well, tried there to stun Silent, but he got craggy. He was too close to the Tiny and ends up now being on the way out of this fight. Those quick chops with the club doing too much work from the high ground. Will try to turn this one, though. They get the ding-dings, the double ding-dings. Maybe it's enough. Maybe it can turn this Silent, clubbing hard but being slowed and kited. Another ding, ding, ding! Solitude wins the lottery. 4 heroes fall. There's only Ogre. This will force out the Tiny buyback. Immediate relocate mid lane, and they look to go on Weehaw, who also has his own buyback. He may be forced to use it, no ultimate for a little while. A 2 times multicast, casually lobbed out by Solitude. He's definitely going down for this. There's no way he gets out. The toss of the Wisp, unless the Medusa turns this fight. Silent, remember he bought back. If he dies again, They flat out might just lose this game. Yoki being focused for now, doesn't have a buyback. That's a dieback on him as well. Dieback number 1. There's no relocate for 30 seconds. They might lose it all right here. Empire, their first game of the Summit 2. How the hell is this goddamn freaking ogre still alive? 15-20. It's a tiny wisp. There's always the possibility of that. Okay, let's throw it right now. You gotta convincingly just kill that tiny once more. Make it a dieback for him. They can't quite do it though. Pedrino's gonna be dead. They'll lose their Undying as well. And they will at least get something. Roshan is alive. They can look for that. The Medusa stopping off the farm H. It's Levy. Will also be pursued and picked off. So now we want to check buybacks here for the Radiant. They have it on a straight Rapier. He's going to go for probably a Satanic here. Picks up the Reaver. They're thinking about a jump on him, but he just pops a Crypt of Stone Gaze. This will usher Empire back. It does mean, though, they could be in trouble. They ended up losing their Courier. They'll get the Mega Creeps, or at least close to it. As the Chronosphere connects on 2. Finding the Ogre Magi. No more RNG for you, friend. And Tony is looking a bit merciless here, but it's Mega secured by Weehaw. He has buyback. Buyback status for the Radiant. 5 buybacks are up. Even if they all get wiped, they're still in okay shape. And they did manage to pop the Void Aegis as well. Yoki on the prowl. Probably the death of your Medusa. Doesn't have a Boots of Travel. Just needs to stall though. Creeps will do the work mid. Slowly, but they'll kill off these buffer buildings, and Medusa will fall. Now, if they knew where the other heroes were, they would. He still doesn't have the BKB. We're now 54 minutes in. A 1-in-12 Razor who was laning against a Void in a free farm. He has been the object of much pressure, but he's got to do better. They don't get a multi-guess this time, though. Solitude still gets the double stun. It's enough to bring down the Void. No buyback. That's it. It's all Ogre now. BBC straight down the middle lane. They'll bring down the tier 4's Glyph is ready. Can they base race this? They're going to have to relocate back. They're braiding in all reinforcements, but Weehaw stands strong, pops his ultimate, and will prevent Silent from doing work. Frozen at the worst possible moment as Weehaw turns his attention. They just can't keep Silent alive. I believe that was even a Wisp cheese pop. None of it matters. Silent will fall. GG. The Balkan Bears Corleone beat down Empire in their opening match of the Summit 2. And Empire starts it off 0-1. Well, with that said,